Hi everybody, this is QiWiz, and I want to show you the new multi-fuel option for the FireFly stove. If you're not familiar with the stove already, just go to my website at QiWiz.net and you can find all the information there about the stove. But in terms of the multi-fuel option, let's first talk about the two different burners you can get. So one burner is an alcohol burner, and this is a simple open burner with fiberglass matting. If you use this burner, you'll find that you can bring 2 cups of water to boil in about 4.5 minutes using just 1/2 ounce of alcohol, and it'll keep burning for about another 2.5 minutes. This is a very light alcohol burner, weighs only 5 grams. The Esbit burner is even lighter, coming in at just 1 gram. It's made out of titanium, and we'll take an Esbit cube in the burner like so. And if you're not familiar with Esbit, it comes in packs like this, and it comes in boxes with 12 cubes. Each cube weighs about 1/2 ounce and will bring 3 cups of water to a boil. So it's a little more energy dense than the alcohol. Let's look at the windscreen and windscreen supports here. And it's nice because the windscreen will actually fit right in your Tyvek pouch along with your stove, as will the wire supports. So these are the wire supports, and this is the windscreen, and this is the stove. I'll set the stove aside. You can either get a 1-piece windscreen or a 2-piece windscreen. I like the 2-piece windscreen because it allows you to use it as a ground shield when the stove is in wood burning mode. So basically, you can use it just hooked together at the ends to provide a ground shield for the stove when the stove is in wood burning mode, and that will just catch any ash or embers that might come out of the bottom of the stove. So that's a nice feature. But if you're using it to use one of the multi-fuel options, you would assemble the windscreen, and it has tabs that hook together in a pretty standard way, as you might expect, just kind of sliding them in and they interlock. And once you've got it together, you want to just kind of make it into a nice circular shape. And then in terms of putting the burners into the stove, there are support wires, one with a little notch in it. That one goes in first, and they go corner to corner in the stove, from one corner to the other. Then the second one goes in, and the burners themselves just sit on top of the crossed wires, and that's so that they're at the right distance from your pot. So that's what the alcohol burner looks like. And the Esbit burner has 2 tabs that sit across the crossed wires so that it sits right in the middle of the stove as well. Having done that, you just want to put the windscreen in place, generally after you've lit your burner, and then the pot just goes in to the windscreen. When you order, I'll ask you for the diameter of your pot because I want to make a windscreen that has just a nice gap all around so that the hot air can surround your pot and transfer the heat well to your pot. So that's the multi-fuel option for the FireFly stove. The total weight of a kit like this, including the windscreen, including the 2 burners and the support wires, depends largely on the size of the windscreen. This windscreen, which is 3 inches high and fits my ever-new pot, is with both burners and the wires, comes in at 28 grams or just under 1 ounce. And that would be pretty typical. If you have a bigger pot or a taller windscreen, it's going to be a bit heavier. And if you have a cooking mug or a Foster's can or Heine pot, it's going to come in a little bit lighter. So as you're hiking on the trail, take care, enjoy the scenery, and remember to keep it light. This is QiWiz. Take it easy.